Alrighty, I'm going to start recording this meeting. We'll make this available to anyone who is interested after we go through the training and the QA portion today. Looks like our poll has gotten quite a few answers. We have 10 folks that have never used AkitaBox, 14 that have been in less than a year, 19 that have been in 1 to 2 years, and 6 people that have been working with AkitaBox for 3+ years, which is great. That's a really good mix. I just wanted to remind everyone last time to take that poll and submit any questions that you might have. Let's take a look at just who is going to be presenting today. My name is Lucas Carr. I will be the webinar presenter. I'm a customer success manager at AkitaBox. Like I said, I'm coming up on 3 years at AkitaBox. So we have 6 individuals that have even been working in AkitaBox a little bit longer than I have. We also have Mitch Comstock and Jessica Hamilton on today. They'll help field some questions at the end of today and are just here for moral support from me, I guess. All right, let's take a look at what we're going to be covering today. We just went through instructions or introductions. We're going to be looking at the work order management app. We're going to look at how to complete work, how to delegate workout, resource that workout, maybe reschedule or reassign, and then scheduling that workout. We'll also take a sneak peek at a new enhancement that we've added to AkitaBox, our calendar view. And then we'll also do a demo of Plan View. I'd say about what we're going to go through today will be about 90% of what your average user will do in an average day in AkitaBox. Really looking at the most important stuff today. I think what's nice is anything that I don't cover today will be in our Learning Center, and we have had previous webinars that have a lot of that good information as well. All right. So I do want to mention before I share my screen and we start looking at AkitaBox, some of the things that we're going to do today will depend on your permission level. There are some things that administrators might be the only ones that can do, but a lot of what we will cover today will really be important for everyone. All right. So I'm going to now share my screen with AkitaBox open. All right. So when you first open AkitaBox, you'll be brought to your All Buildings dashboard. You'll notice right away we have a work summary. It's going to take all of the work that has been done in a certain time range. Right now, I have a custom calendar view of having every work order in November. I can really easily click on this calendar icon and move what span of time I'm looking at. We also have some filled in values for you already if you want to look at year to date. We have other ones in there as well. Let's start off by just taking a look at our work order dashboard, and I'm going to start off by creating a work order. To create things in AkitaBox, we have this Add button in the top right corner. Click on the Add button. And from here, you can add service requests, work orders, maintenance schedules, floor, rooms, assets, and files. What we're going to do is add a work order. The first thing we'll have to do is just fill out our location card saying what building we're in. That's the only thing that is mandatory to fill in on the location card. However, we can get more specific with the floor that we're on, the room that we're in. And then furthermore, if there are any assets in that room, we could click the asset drop down and fill that out. This corridor does not have any assets in it, so I'll click next. Now I'm creating my work order with the subject line first. Maybe there's a leak in the ceiling and we need to mop that up. We'll fill in our priority, our start date and due date. I want this to be started today and will be due tomorrow because it needs to be done as soon as possible. Add in our estimated work hours. Maybe I think this will take an hour and a half. Next, we fill in our type and trade. Scroll down here, and what I'm going to look for is cleaning and custodial. You notice that I have my AkitaBox set up to automatically, when I select my type, to fill out my trade that's associated with that type and myself as the assignee. If I want to change this stuff, it's just as easy as clicking the X. selecting the trade that you do want. I'll keep that as custodial, and then managing your assignees. We can have multiple assignees. So if I wanted Erica to also be assigned to this work order, I'd add her there. Add in my description. If I have any more details I want for this work order, I can also add up to 20 attachments. We could take pictures. We could add files from our device. I'm going to go ahead and click add. And you'll notice that that work order was added to the mine section. You'll see it right here at the bottom. That's because the due date is the farthest out. This is going to default to the soonest thing first. Let's say I wanted to take action on this weekly waxing. This was a work order I was going to do. I can click this little drop down here, which will have 6 quick options that we can take. We can manage our assigning. So if I wanted to add Erica to this work order as well, I could add her in there and confirm. Erica will now receive an email from AkitaBox with a link to AkitaBox work order platform where she can view that work. She can also just come right into AkitaBox's dashboard and view the work here. Other quick actions we can quickly take from the dashboard include printing, rescheduling the work. So maybe I want this due date to be the 13th. I could change that to the 13th and click save. And you'll notice that little red icon will go away on that weekly waxing, and it'll also move down. That little icon means that it is overdue and that the work order either needs to be completed or rescheduled. Looking at other quick actions we have here, we have a cancel work order if it's work that doesn't need to be done. We can log work if I started maybe the weekly waxing but didn't complete it. Maybe I did half. I can put that action taken in there. You can be as detailed as you want to be with that action taken. We can add in a cost if there was a cost associated and material used if there's materials associated. And we can also add attachments again. Now that I've logged work on this work order, I can complete it. So when I click complete, it will not ask me to log additional work because I've already logged work. However, since the first time I logged work, I said I only did half, I might want to log my other 15 minutes. And I completed the waxing. Log work and complete. And you'll notice that that work order no longer lives on the dashboard. That's because the dashboard is only showing all open work orders. We can view our completed and canceled work orders over here on the left side in our work order list view. We'll look at that in just a little bit. All right. So now we've looked at what the quick actions can be for a work order. Let's take a look at more in depth about a work order. Anything blue in AkitaBox you can click on. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that blue text. And that's just going to bring me to an overview of the work order where I can see more of a description. This is a filter change asking me to bring a 14:12 filter. I can see all of that same information. What's nice is when you click on the work order itself, it'll show you on the floor plan where that asset's located. It's in the penthouse in this room, and it's associated with air handler unit 5. I can go in and look at more details for that work order. I can see the floor information, the room information, and the asset information for that work order. We'll let this load, and this is just going to show the asset information for AHU5, which the filter change is for. Great, moving along, I'm just going to click over here where it says work orders, and this will bring up my entire list view of all of my work orders. You'll be able to take those 6 quick actions by just clicking right here in the white space, and you'll notice right here at the top we have all of those options. What's nice about the list view is this is where we can start taking bulk action for certain items. So let's say that I want to reschedule all of these first 4 work orders so that they are no longer overdue and they have a realistic time frame. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hold Control, and that'll allow me to select multiple things at a time. You could also hold Shift and select the things that you want. We also have a Select All button that will select every work order. So just remember, holding Control and Shift will allow you to select multiple things at a time. From here, I'm going to decide to reschedule this stuff in bulk. And I want this due date to be tomorrow. And we'll click Save. Click save there. I'm going to refresh my page, and you'll notice that that stuff is now rescheduled for this upcoming Friday, or it's due. All right, let's take a look at bulk assigning stuff. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to turn on filter. Let's say I have a workflow where my coworker Erica is out sick, and I want to make sure all of the work that she has assigned to her gets done this week. So I'll start off by turning on a filter for assigning, and I'm going to look for everything assigned to Erica. So it looks like Erica has 6 work orders for her, but you'll notice not everything might fall in this week. And if I only want to see things that are falling in this week, I could turn on another filter. You'll see we have all of these different filters. I'm going to go ahead and click due date. And I want to see everything that was due from this past Sunday until next Sunday. Click add filter. And you'll notice that one of those results was moved out. That's because it was outside of the due date. Let's say that I want to reschedule Erica's work. I have 2 of these assigned to me already. I won't need to reassign those, but maybe I want to take these 3 items. I want to assign them. And what I'm going to start by doing is taking Erica off of the work order by adding her to the remove side. And I'm going to add myself to the add side. Click apply. And you notice that those work orders are now assigned to me. From my dashboard, they'll live in the My section, and I will receive emails saying that I have been assigned 3 new work orders. All right, to turn off your filters, just click clear all, and you'll get all of your work orders back up on that screen. We can also see everything that's been scheduled. These are things that have not started yet. You'll notice the start dates are all in the future. We can look at all of our work orders that have been completed already and everything that has been canceled already. Great. Let's take a look at our new feature, the AkitaBox calendar view. The calendar view is accessible at a building level, so we will need to navigate to our building first. I'm going to look at Albertson Elementary School, and I'm going to look at all of my work orders that are open here. Looks like I have 6. And you notice right here in the upper right corner, we now have the show calendar icon. This will give you a month, week, and day view of all of the work that you have done. So this month on the 12th, it looks like I have all of these work orders. I could view just by the week or just by the day. See every work order that is set in the time frame for today. Let's say I wanted to take action on one of these. I could click on the change filter, click full details, and that will bring me to that work orders full detail page. With the overview of due dates, assignees, everything that we had, you'll notice that we have that plan view right here as well, showing you where the asset is. All right, let's navigate back to that calendar view. I wanted to show you guys a couple more cool features about this. We can also turn on filters and view the calendar for what those filters are displaying. So maybe I only want to see things that have been assigned to myself. Add filter, and I'll show that calendar. Now this is showing every work order that I've had. So some of these things, you'll notice these ones right here have been completed, but we are now only viewing work orders that have been assigned to myself. Great. All right, I kind of wanted to end our training today showing you guys the value of AkitaBox Plan View of our space and asset mapping component. I'm going to go ahead and click on floors, which will show all the floors in this specific building. I actually want to be in a different building, so I'm going to click my building dropdown and click the government center. Identify the floor that you want and click view plan. I'll click view plan on the first floor here. And you'll notice I actually already have a filtered view out. I'll clear that out. So right now I'm viewing all of my mechanical assets. If I wanted to view my room information, I could click on the room. Once those pins load, it's just as simple as clicking on the pin to see some of that valuable information. Rooms will have things like your square feet, your floor type, the type of room it is. You'll notice that in this custom building, I've even built out my pins to include things like paint color or the floor condition. We can also add in photos at the bottom here for rooms. Let's say that we want to search for something specific though. I want to see where all of my cabinet unit heaters are in this building. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on a filter for a specific pin. So you notice I already have my mechanical pins open. I'm going to click on these 3 lines, which will allow me to turn on a filter in plan view. I'm going to filter by name because I know I've named all my cabinet unit heaters CUH. Click apply filter. And now I'm only viewing my mechanical pins that are cabinet unit heaters or are named cabinet unit heater. From here, I can click around and get valuable information. Let's say that I had to do a filter change on this cabinet unit heater. I could quickly come in here, find that model. I could find my filter size or belt quantity if I needed that information. All right. Let's say that you guys want to start adding new information. Let's say that you want to do an initiative where we're going to add all of our new TVs into the room. How I would suggest doing that is turning on your room pins. That way you can get all of your room names. A nice feature in AkitaBox is the show pin names button. I'm going to go ahead and click that. Now you might notice that AkitaBox gets a little cluttered, but when you zoom in, the pins will remain the same size and things will get a little more clear. Maybe I know that I want to add this TV to room C111. I'm going to go ahead and click the add button. I'm going to add an asset. I'll name that asset TV C111. Add my category in as an IT asset. That'll fill out all of the custom data fields for that specific category. I'm going to find my type and select the TV monitor. I could add my room number in since I know that information is in C111. I could add any more information that I'd like. However, the only things that will be required are the category, name, and building. I'm going to click add and then just click where you want that piece of information. Let's say I accidentally click way over here. That's not actually where this TV lives, so I want to move that. You can move assets really easily by clicking on them. And then you'll notice up here, we have a button for move. Oops, sorry about that. Click on that. Click on the move button. And then where you click, you'll be able to move that asset. Nice feature about AkitaBox is we do have a duplicate button. Be careful when you're using this because when you click duplicate, it will fill out all of that information that you've already filled out. So things that you might want to make sure you're changing is the room number because that's not going to be in that room number anymore, and the name. It will default to calling it a copy. I'll go ahead and click add. And now I can maybe add this to room C113, change that name to C113. And now we're adding all these TVs in there. All right. The last thing I wanted to show everyone today is how you can add work orders and get a lot of value from this plan view. So I'm going to refresh my page. Bring back all of my filters. And I'm going to turn on my electrical pins. Maybe I'm out in the field and I notice that this panel is not working. I can click on this panel and click on more details. And that will bring you to the asset list view where we're going to have the entire overview of all of the overdue work or open work that this asset might have associated to it. We could add service requests, work orders, and maintenance schedules from here. We can view all of the closed work orders, all of the open work orders, and any maintenance schedules that are associated with this asset. And then back from the overview page, we have that floor plan where we can click on that view floor plan, and that will bring us back to plan view if we're trying to get back there. All right. Well, that's everything I have for you guys today. Why don't we open things? I'm going to stop sharing my screen, and why don't we open up questions and answers?
All right, well, it looks like we didn't have anything come in to address with the group here. I just want to remind everyone that the Q&A button to submit those questions is at the bottom center of your screen. So we'll leave this open for a little bit here for people to submit some questions.
Any questions come through, Jess? Looks like we may have just had one.
Yeah, we do have one. You see that?
Right.
Yep, go ahead,
I
Luke.
do. Yeah, so how do we get to the calendar view? Let me share my screen one more time.
Sorry, Luke, I don't mean to jump in, but this is an upcoming feature. I think, Luke, you maybe misspoke. This isn't currently live for everybody. So that was just a sneak peek into what's coming soon. Stay tuned to your email for communication about that.
Specifically, when that does come out, though, how to find that information, you do need to be at a specific building. Once you're in that specific building, navigate to the work order section, and that calendar button just lives up here in the right corner. Turn that on, and then you can toggle between day, week, and month, and turn any filters on that you need. Good question.
And it looks like there was another one that came in here, Luke, if you want to answer this. Can you add a new asset while opening a work order?
I don't quite understand. Jess, can you maybe help me with this one?
Yeah, so just when you're in the work order creation process, that is not possible. You can only add existing assets to a work order. So you'd have to create the asset before you would be able to add it to a work order.
Great, thank you. I have a question here from Claire. Is there a way for our client to submit work orders without having an AkitaBox account? That's a great question. I'll show you how to do that right now. So from your AkitaBox dashboard, when you scroll down here, we have a link to the building service portal. Go ahead and click on that, and that will bring you to that specific buildings service portal. The users do not need an account to submit a ticket. They just need to fill out their subject, the issue type, and their email. Once those three things are filled out, the user can click submit. You'll also see right here on the right side, we have all of our recent requests. Once you submit your request, you'll be brought to this page. You'll also be sent an email so you can navigate back to this page to monitor the status of your request. As things are filled and completed, the user would also get updated on that. Let's look at really quickly where that service request will go. It's going to live here on the dashboard in service requests. Right here is the test I just made. If we want to turn that into a work order, click this drop down and click create work order or deny request. When we deny the request, it will prompt you to give a reason for denial. Make sure to not be too rude and just tell the user why we're denying the request. Or we can create the work order if it's work we're going to do. It'll fill out your location card for you with what the building occupant has filled out there. The details page will also be filled out by what the requester put in there. You may want to edit the subject line or the description line to be a little bit more detailed so that your maintenance techs might have a better idea of what they need to be doing. Click add, and that work order will move from the new service request to in progress. They'll also create a work order. So now in this total work order, you'll see towards the bottom, I have my test right there. Good question. Can I run a report for a whole floor in a building to find out what and how many filters I need for that floor? That's a good question. What I would do for that is come to your asset page. So right here on the asset list view. From here, we have a download button. This will download all of your asset information with all the those line items. From there, you can filter out the floor and then see in Excel which filter sizes there are. Does that help answer that question? I think so. Another question, can you assign work to a cell phone via text? We cannot right now. We do have a mobile app where you can log into AkitaBox on your phone and assign work orders from there. However, we don't have an SMS feature where you text the work order in. How do you get the quick actions bar to show up at the top of the work orders list view? Great question. So I'll hop over to the work orders list view. It's just by clicking into this white space here. So when you click on blue text, it will bring you to that specific subject and all the details. But when you click over in the white space, it'll allow you to get those quick actions at the top here. So let's say this test, I want to cancel this work. Just come up and click cancel. It'll ask me if I'm sure, click confirm, and then that will move out of there. Kind of like what I showed before, you can also hold control and get multiple things selected at a time. I would suggest using this to assign and reschedule work. Good question. Can you please send the link for the mobile app? Sure. So actually accessing the mobile app, all you'll need to do is go to m.akitabox.com on your phone. If you're on your phone and you just go to akitabox.com, it'll ask you if you want to go to the mobile site or the desktop site. Just click mobile site. So it's as easy as really getting into your internet browser on your phone, searching for AkitaBox, logging in, and you'll be prompted to go to the mobile site from there. That's correct, right, Jessica? That's good workflow?
Correct, yep.
Cool. All right, any plans in the near future to be able to assign work orders to a phone via text? Jessica, could you answer that question? I'm not sure.
Yeah, sorry, I just answered that one. But
okay.
Yeah, we don't have it in our plans right now. So we don't have a timeline or anything for
that. Question from Calvin Pulda down in Arizona. Hi, Calvin. When will we have an actual app, not just a mobile site? Right now, we are cloud-based on the website. Jessica, do you have an answer for that?
No, we do not have
okay.
Specific information to share about that. No.
Okay. Another question from Claire. Is there a way to schedule PMs for assets? Great question. I'll show you how to do that right now. I find the best way to do that just to navigate to your asset field. And then a lot like the quick action that we're able to take on work orders, when we click in this white space, we can add maintenance schedules for work orders, service requests, delete or decommission. So let's say on this air handling unit, I want to create a maintenance schedule. What's nice is we can actually do this for multiple things at a time. So maybe I want to do all of my air handling units. Select all my air handling units, create a maintenance schedule. That location card will already be filled out. No need to do that because we're locating the asset. We already know where the asset is. Maybe this is a filter change. The maintenance type would be an inspection. Maybe it could also be general maintenance. I'll put general maintenance. I'll make my assigning myself. Add in a description if you need. Maybe you want to say what size filter or exactly the action to be done. The last card you'll notice for the maintenance schedules that's not on the work order creation tab is the schedule. This is just where how we're deciding how often this repeats. So maybe I want this to repeat every year starting next Monday, and I want it to stay open for 14 days before AkitaBox tells me it's overdue. Click add. And now I've just created maintenance schedules for these 5 assets. On Monday, I will see all of those change filter work orders created and assigned to myself. I'll also receive an email saying I've been assigned those work orders. Is there a way for work orders to send a text instead of an email to let maintenance techs know new worker has been added? Not right now. It is going to be through email, so just make sure that your techs know it is coming through email, and maybe not to keep their email muted or to check their email throughout the day. Can you also changes to multiple maintenance schedules? That's a good question. From the maintenance schedules tab, the only things that you can do in bulk are cancel and assign. That's because since every asset is different, we don't want to be editing the details for those things, but we can edit the frequency when we just click one-off things. So if I wanted to change my filter change for this AHU to start on Sunday instead of on Monday, I could do that there. Click save. And you'll notice these are the 5 maintenance schedules I had just created, and I just updated this one. Good question. All right. I don't see any more questions coming through. I'll give you guys another minute. If there's anything outside of what we've demoed today, I'd also be happy to show you guys around that as well. All right, it doesn't look like we have any more questions today. Well, great. Thanks for coming, everyone. We will make this recording available to everyone once it downloads. And stay tuned for our next webinar. Jessica or Judy, do you guys have anything to add today?
No, I think we're good. Thanks, Luke.
Awesome. Thank you. And thanks for coming, everyone. Happy to have you.